Oh my God. When I tell y'all that I literally stayed up past my bedtime, yes, my bedtime. Your boy gotta work at 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm not joking. Staying up till 12 a.m. to see this fight, as I'm sure everyone else did too. And I'ma just have to say this. No. Dog, this was not a fight. This was straight up bullying. OG fans know that this is a Glenn and Negan rematch. We really needed this fight. I'm not gonna do too much of the intro, but let's jump straight into the dog walking of... Immediately both locked fists in creating this giant ass impact in the building. My nigga, this one clash created a shockwave around the city, acting like Rod Wave jumped out of a helicopter doing a dive bomb. Beginning to arm wrestle, and Conquest is laughing at this shit like it's a game. Now that's strike one. Mark is clearly distressed, but he doesn't know what's about to happen to him. Mark has been getting called a fraud all season. This is a fight where he needs to lock in, leading to a headbutt and choke slamming his twin cast to the ground. Conquest is not like these other Viltrumites. Listen, I would be telling you about the glory of the Viltrum Empire, but I'm not that guy. On everything, fuck them niggas. I'm just here for the love of the fade. Oh, you're one of those. Yes, motherfucker, I'm one of those. Try sunning my man's catch his peaks, nigga. Yeah, I'ma need more of that. And if that were me in that situation, my heart would have went straight to my ass real quick. Mark like, oh, say less. And blitz Conquest through multiple buildings while most likely not caring about public safety. Bro busts out of the rubble and picks up an almost knocked out Mark. Bro, how? You literally initiated the attack and you're the one getting laid out? Nah, that fraud watch go-go gadget is starting to pick up again. I can't keep defending you, Mark. Bro proceeds to choke him out screaming, I want more. Again, for the love of the game. Mark doinks on his head, something he did to Mohawk Mark. Sparta kicks him off, but that was too short of a victory. Hey, keep going, I like that shit, little nigga. Bro, I'm on practice mode. Nah, this nigga is low-key fucking my shit up. Charging, giving him one good look, sliding back for another, and Mark knew that the Huz were watching and had to turn it to Duke Dennis, grabbing his leg, pulling him down for a nice-ass knee rib check. Said, wait, I ain't done saucing this boy up yet. Dibs down and comes back chin-checking the fuck out of Conquest. And this thing is ugly. This next part low-key made me extremely uncomfortable and shows that this nigga is so in love with the game. This freaky ass dude spits out a blood bubble and maniacally turns it into a heart for Mark. Even Mark was like, whoa, I don't swing like that, bruh. The straight uncomfort in this man's face, and I would be terrified too. Bro bum rushes Mark back down to earth, but Mark wanted to make sure he felt all them punches all the way down. Another knee, get off me, nigga. Mark really thought this shit was barbecue chicken. Your old ass ain't done yet? I'm really about to cripple you. Blitz and punch the ever-living fuck out of Mark. That one punch literally made his body dangle in the air and laying him out like a mattress. Mark was hitting all them combos just for Conquest to be like, all that for a drop of blood. Oliver peeped the TV seeing his brother getting absolutely dunked on and was already about that action. He like, nah, I gotta slide for my mans. And that deadass got hella respect for Oliver. Unlike Mark, Oliver never ducks a fade. And fine ass Debbie didn't want Oliver to risk his life, which is fair, I can respect that. But Oliver was persistent. She like, hey, dip in and dip out. But we all know Oliver wasn't gonna do that bullshit. Cutting back to Mark and he's just... I have no words for this nigga. He's cooked. Notices the ground rumbling just to look up. He landed on Mark so hard that it created a ground zero shockwave. Dog, what the fuck is we doing? Oliver rushing in and he know Mark is actually cooked. Mark is still trying to process on what the fuck just happened. Just for this gorilla ass nigga screaming and popping Mark. This shit was a DBZ fight, bro. Oliver couldn't even catch up with how fast Conquest was putting belt to buns. All we see is Mark's ragdoll body going through building after building. For a second, I thought I was watching Man of Steel. I know Zack Snyder was geeking off this episode. The animation was way too saucy. Mark hitting that gas tank looked way too good. I didn't know getting your ass beat could look that good. Pause. Now this moment is where Mark realized he was dealing with a demon. Bro's fumbling across and can't even get his own thoughts together. And Conquest is beaming for that ass. Mark immediately puts out his hand, begging, mind you, for Conquest to stop. Bro pulled the ultimate chill bro, it's a prank. This nigga is sorry. Stop and I'll show you all the bad Latinas. Nigga, fuck all the bad bitches.
I don't know why it's so hard for you to understand that I do this for the love of the game.
Caressing my nigga's face like, you're weird, buddy.
You're weird.
There's a couple times in this episode where I genuinely think that he's hitting on Mark.
Fuck wrong with him.
Then out of nowhere, my little nigga Oliver came in with the spinning punch. Bro is the king of sneaks in this show. Rushes in about to. Nah, he didn't even need to do little homie like that. In the words of Conquest, fuck them kids. Grabbing his leg and dangling him like that crazy ass girl from Nemo. Watch your back, pussy! Only to get up and start ore farming. Yes, Conquest, we see the pose, my nigga. Dudes love doing the handshake and looking at the camera like, yes, my nigga, they have it in 4K, don't worry. Conquest starts walking up and notice how little homie is still about to fade. But Mark was not having it. Grabbing and tossing Oliver to then get blitzed by Broly over here. Proceeds to walk Mark down like a dog on a leash throughout the entire city while talking his shit. My nigga, that's tough. This is the face of pure terror. What did a young nigga do to deserve this? Thrown out a car, but beautifully dodges another attack. Runs back in and god damn! Hit that nigga so hard and replayed 3 different times. And this nigga is still getting off on Mark hitting him back. So Mark rushed in and unloads a fury of hits trying to beat the susness out of Conquest. But he's actually eating them bitches, going as far to smiling at him. And I'm getting straight flashbacks with how Green Goblin did Peter in his own crib. Catches a punch, and I knew Mark was so cooked.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Fuck. Even Cecil knew Mark was a fraud. He literally states it.
You've got probably the most powerful superhuman I've ever seen, beating the living shit out of what's definitely the strongest superhero on this planet.
Peeping over to Eve waking up, and she instantly locks in, with the broken leg mind you, ready to be on the battlefield with her man. I just wish I had this type of love, bro. Conquest cocked his hand back, and the nigga swung his body to the side, busting him through the glass just to drag him through another building and body slamming the fuck out of Mark. Hit so hard got that anime slow-mo impact. Conquest acting like a child in a candy shop, slapping away Mark but decides to disrespect him even further by riding his body like a surfboard. No Beyonce. Then bro went for the ultimate roast, saying that Mark doesn't have a dad, acting like Omni-Man did the ultimate black father move.
Your dad's a bitch, your family acts like some bitches, and guess what? That makes you a bitch.
Oliver yet again takes the chance to slime Conquest and tries to convince Mark to jump this nigga, saying he's old as dirt, bro could be in a retirement home pretty soon, right next to the baby's music.
Why are you purple?
You're racist. Conquest winds up his hand for the ultimate pimp slap and slaps away Mark, giving him that Chris Breezy, while socking a little kid in the mouth. Now Oliver still has my respect, don't get me wrong. Gets back up, but bro loses all of his teeth. And I didn't really like this scene that much because Conquest attempts to rip Oliver apart and little homie starts crying. I know Oliver looking over at Mark like,
Where was you when I needed you, nigga?
Mark should have took the opportunity to jump Conquest with Oliver. Blitzes to save Oliver, but Conquest legit stopped Mark mid-blitz, little broing him, and punched him so fucking hard, the force of the impact made the window shatter. This nigga is a demon. Mark ate that bitch and was like, nah, fuck you, bitch. Cecil just in the matter of time is able to save Lil Bro and is just watching to have it. Cecil couldn't believe the level of destruction and how fast these boys were throwing hands. The fight just so happens to land across the ocean, but Conquest is dragging this man through the water. 90% of this fight is Mark getting fucking torched. Let's just say with this next part, I don't even know if I can show this. Let's just say it's the same thing that Omni-Man did to Mark. Just absolutely running through everyone like it was nothing. There was even a moment where even a child got fucking blitzed. Mark was like, enough! One good lick sending this man flying straight into Eve's construct. Yes sir, that's how you know Eve love her man, bruh. But Mark like, fuck, he might kill my bitch. Eve like, get away from him. But Conquest like, nah, I don't really feel like it. Pressing Eve but immediately gets blindsided by Mark telling Eve to run.
Be quiet, motherfucker. God damn.
And crippling Mark literally bone sticking out of his leg. This nigga is sorry. Eve traps Conquest in a bubble, but bro easily busted out of there. Light work. Then Eve pulls out a Power Ranger suit up move and it's looking chef's kiss elite. I've been waiting to see this kind of Eve since her own special. Conquest thought the shit was sweet and tries to punch Eve but was quickly stopped. My girl increased the density of the air and begins to piece his old ass up while talking her shit.
You are a loser. Simple.
Eve said, bet. Creates walls with this dumbass punching right through and falling for the bait. And she's pulling every Mortal Kombat move out of the book. I just know she was a demon on the controller. Conquest blocks the final attack, and one punching part of her armor off. And it doesn't end there, absolutely ripping her shit apart while Mark is still sitting down and watching. Rushes and punches the shit out of my baby girl and literally went far enough to impale her. Certified demon. Mark, the fraud allegations have to end, my nigga. This dude ruined your city, he almost killed your brother, and violated your girl. Bro got so desperate, he was calling out for Cecil as if he wasn't choking this nigga out for like half the season. And remember how I told y'all that this nigga Conquest is a freak? Dude licks his bloody hand and was like,
Strawberries.
but Mark turned around with the intent to violate. This is his Super Saiyan moment. Bro even thanked Mark with the prayer hands for fucking up just so Conquest could beat his ass. But Mark drops one of the coldest lines in Invincible history.
I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how fast you are. I can see the future. You don't live to see tomorrow.
Alright, bet nigga, what's up? Mark punches the ground with both charging in. But the craziest part, my nigga, was that Mark breaks Conquest's arm at the expense of breaking his own arm, creating another shockwave. Mark is finally getting that dog.
Bro, that shit was
Shut your ass up. And dude is fighting with one arm and one leg. Gets bear hugged but takes the time to bite a chunk out of Conquest. Oh nah. Mark is on straight demon timing right now. But Eve activates a hidden power that makes her look like a goddess. As Mark is trying to rearrange Conquest's face, looks over at Eve, but he immediately gets hit with that WWE move and chokeslam to the ground. Conquest leans over to Mark's ear and deadass says this.
I am so lonely.
Oh, nigga, you gay.
But even Conquest was dropping the bar too.
I am a victim of my own success.
Bro is just that good at running the fade with literally anyone.
Bro, I don't even get a real name. That's how you know I'm just that nigga.
Eve calls out and straight blindsided Conquest, cooking this man so bad, he's looking like a naked burnt turkey. She done burned my man's meat off. My nigga, that's tough, bitch. And passes out. Mark thought that shit was over. And oh my god, this nigga just won't die. And Mark was like, fuck all that. Leaps in, bitch. Bing, bing. And catches a punch.
Mind giving me a hand?
And breaks my man's hand. But your boy Mark got one more thing left. That fat ass noggin. I could have shown you all the bad bitches. You could have had them all. Conquest like,
But the fade.
yeah, you gotta go. And Mark went absolutely sicko mode to the point where this nigga was actually looking insane. Bro's face looked like straight mashed potatoes. And the battle was finally over. Mark crawls over to Eve and he's just passed out. But after this entire fight, after the violation, after the humbling of Mark, this is where Mark swears that he's gonna end whoever threatens his family.
Miles, your God.